Dreams! No, I'm not talking about dreams like hopes and goals. I mean the dreams you get when you are asleep. So I'm actually the type of person who has a pretty strong memory, like I can remember dreams from years ago. But if you ask me what color shirt I wore yesterday, girl, don't do that cause I generally have no idea. I really love dreams. They're just so cool. Like imagine this. I have never been to Switzerland in my entire life, and then suddenly one random quiet night I wake up in Switzerland. There's this huge green field, beautiful mountains, even a waterfall, but then I realized it's obviously a dream because why is there a giant floating ball on the top of a mountain? Almost every night before I sleep, I always pray to have a nice dream. Well, any dream is fine as long as it's not a horror one. For me, sleeping without dreaming feels like, something's missing. Most of my dreams I still remember until now. Not fully though, I mean, it's more like I remember certain scenes from each dream. And there are some dreams that, oh my god, I genuinely can't tell if they were real memories or just dreams. There's this one dream from when I was a kid that still lives in my head. So I was in this place that looked like those old buildings in Edinburgh. I was in a car with my two cousins. I was sitting in the back holding two suitcases like I was about to start a new life or something. And they were in the front, one driving. We crossed this small bridge and stopped in front of an old building. There was this woman sweeping leaves outside. My cousin got out and talked to her for a long time. And that's it. That's all I can remember. But the crazy part, it feels so real. Every time I think about it, there's this weird nostalgic feeling. Not exactly happy, not sad either. Just, I don't know, something. Because of dreams, I even started believing in the theory that humans came from fish. Why? Because I once dreamed that I could breathe underwater. Like, what the heck? So random. And because of dreams, I almost died. Wait, why do I always almost died in my stories? Anyway, here's what happened. I used to sleep over at my cousin's house a lot. The reason? I was just bored at home, so almost every night I would go there just to sleep. After staying there for a quite long time, I decided one night to finally sleep at my own house again. I kinda miss my bed. That night before sleeping, I prayed again to have a nice dream, but apparently, God had other plans. I got sleep paralysis. And the scariest part was the second right before it happened, my ears suddenly felt extremely full. Like there's this loud noise, not a human voice, not anything I could recognize. Then it felt like something was pulling my head. The more I tried to move my fingers, the stronger the pulling sensation became. At that moment, I genuinely thought, oh my god, bro, I'm done. I'm not going to wake up. Because it felt like so real. I was half conscious and my room was completely dark, so I couldn't see anything. But the only thing I'm grateful for is that I didn't see, anything weird, creepy. No, it was just pure darkness. It felt like it lasted forever. And after struggling so freaking hard to move, I finally managed to move my leg. And I wake up. I almost cried because what was that? After that, I refused to sleep. I was scared it would happen again. And unfortunately it did. After that night, I experienced sleep paralysis almost every night. Eventually, I reached the point where I was just like, okay, whatever. I kinda got used to it. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you guys about a dream that I feel like will never happen again. Well, technically no dream can repeat it exactly the same. Well, you know what I mean. This dream made me restless for days, but not in a dramatic movie way where the main character can eat. I could still eat just fine. Wait, why am I even talking about it? Anyway, so here's what happened. One night, I had this really weird dream. In a dream, I saw someone I actually know in real life. He's a guy. Well, I'm not going to say who he is because you wouldn't know him anyway. The weird part, everything in the dream was blurry. Literally, I can't see anything except him. He was in an HD 4K main character energy. At first, I brushed it off like, okay, it's just a dream. Right? Fast forward like 2 years later, I dream about him again. And oh my god, this is where it gets crazy. In that dream, I was sitting in the living room with a few people. I only recognized one person there. my aunt. I was casually watching something when suddenly the door opened. And yep, it was him, the same guy who appeared in my dream 2 years ago. In the dream, we were really close, which is funny because in real life, we have never even had a proper conversation. He walked straight toward me and we started talking and joking around like we had known each other. After laughing for a while, I leaned my head on his shoulder. Well, I know, it looks strange, but well, I'm just telling the truth, y'all. And this is where it gets wild because, bro, I could smell him, like actually smell him. It was this mix of sweat and fresh perfume. Not bad, just real, way too real. And right at that moment, my alarm went off. I wake up confused. First thing I did, I smelled my own shirt. Well, don't judge me, don't get me wrong. I had to make sure it wasn't me, but nope, nothing. I wasn't even sweating and I didn't wear any perfume before sleep. After that dream, the way I look at him completely changed. But of course not in a romantic way, okay? Every time I passed by him, I had this urge to ask, "What are you acting like that in my dream, bro?" But obviously I'm not crazy enough to actually say that. I thought about that dream for like a week. I was so confused because if I had smelled food in a dream, okay, I think that's a bit normal, right? But someone's body scent? A guy body scent? The funny thing is I only know his name and he probably only knows me. And when I dream about him both times, I wasn't even thinking about him at all. Like, why would I even think about him? I don't even know him. Eventually, I concluded, yeah, it's just a dream, right? Of course, it's just a dream. What else could it be? What did you expect? Until now, I have never smelled anything in my dream ever again. That was the only time, but yo, he still randomly shows up in my dreams sometimes, even when I haven't thought about him. So yeah, that was my dream lore. If you guys ever experience something like this, please let me know in the comments because I need to know. I am not the only one who can smell things in a dream. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.